Hi guys, welcome back to the Free Fs. Today's video was meant to be a vlog of the 25th, but I went through all the footage that I filmed that day, and yeah, there's not enough to have like a full vlog of the day. So what I've done is got some clips from the footage that I gathered, and I'm gonna put it all in this video with some pictures, and I'm just gonna go through what basically happened that day, just so I can round up this whole wedding series. It was a few months ago, so bear with me while I try and remember as much as I can from the day, and hopefully I could get the images that go along with what I'm saying, and that way we can get a better picture of what happened that day. Basically, the morning started off a bit of a downer because we had expectations that it would be sunny, and we really wanted it to be a really bright day because my cousin, she and her now husband, had planned for outdoor pictures. You know, we had plans of walking up a castle, and rain just seemed like it was gonna ruin everything. And the moment it did, it seemed like it was gonna be down, but we tried to keep our spirits up, and I tried my best to be positive.
Okay, good morning everybody. We just woke up. Today's the day!
It's the D-Day!
Yeah, we're gonna have some breakfast. Zelia set us out a nice little picnic.
Little picnic on the floor!
On the floor!
And the bride is ready to eat, so...
Yeah, so we're gonna eat now,
Cousin, because obviously I was with her in the morning and the whole day, but it was just a bit like uncertain because we wasn't sure what was going to happen, because we were hoping that the rain would stop, and yeah, it was just a bit crazy that way. We just tried to get on with things, and one of the things that was slightly annoying me was that the hotel people, I had hoped that had like all the tables set out during the night, so when I went to check the restaurant area where the reception was going to be held, I was hoping to find like everything like already set. But what I found out after I saw that it wasn't done was that they were still going to have breakfast in that area for the other guests of the hotel, and once that was done they were going to set up the tables. So I was like, okay, what can we do? Because obviously we couldn't do anything else other than get ourselves ready or get ready any place that isn't going to be used, because I didn't want to just sit down and do nothing, you know. We went over to the church, we laid out all the pamphlets, me and my other cousin, while the bride was obviously getting her hair done and getting ready the other way apart from dressing, because we were going to help her dress, and also I was going to help her do her makeup. After we helped set up the church, we went straight back to the hotel room. I had a little chat with my cousin, see how she was doing. She was still a bit anxious, so we tried to get things rolling as soon as possible. The photographers showed up, they started taking pictures, I started doing her makeup, and at that point everything was still going okay. She was still like anxious, so we did our best to keep her calm, be as happy and as chilled as we could be. I went to check the venue again, and yeah, the venue still wasn't ready, and it was getting closer and closer for the time for us to go to the church. And I don't know whether people were taking long to have their breakfast or anything, and I didn't want to stress my cousin out, but I felt like she was starting to get stressed out, and I was starting to get stressed out, but not, I don't know, it was more like anxiety stress, not like, oh my gosh, everything's ruining kind of stress. So at that point, I told her my thoughts and feelings about the situation. She called the hotel people, and they said, don't worry, they got everything on hand, and I trusted that. So we moved on. She was done with her makeup, so I helped my other cousin and my aunt to do just a few bits and bobs, just a bit of eyeshadow on their faces. And then I look at the time and I still wasn't ready. So I quickly rushed to get my dress on. I did like really basic makeup and I just threw on some lashes just to look like I did something. And yeah, I was happy with the way I looked. Like the night before, I was doing like the beading on my dress, which I made myself, but I was a bit unhappy with the speed that I was doing it, so it wasn't as full as I wanted it, because I wanted it like really beaded at the neckline, because it was like quite a really simple dress. But either way, I felt like it looked nice. Around the time I was getting dressed, or was I helping somebody with their makeup? I was doing something. I just hear like crying and like I guess commotion, but like I could tell that it was happy commotion. So then I come out and the hairdresser, who is like a really close friend with my cousin, the bride, told me, oh, her makeup is, she was crying, so her tears like smudged some of the foundation and stuff off. And I didn't know what to do, because I didn't have that in my head as one of the things that I would have to sort out, because that would, to me in my head, I would have to take it all off and apply it again. But we didn't have time for that. So I tried to patch it up, but I kind of felt like I made it worse. So I was like looking at it thinking, oh my gosh. And then my uncle was like, to my cousin, why is your cheek so pink? And I was just like, oh, I didn't know what to do, because I tried to, because literally her tears left tracks running down her face, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I tried to do something, and then I tried to apply a bit more foundation, but it looked okay, not as good as it was before. She was so nervous that we had a bit more time, but she was ready to go. She was ready to go, and I've told her this. And I've said to her, you know, you were shaking. You were literally shaking, like you was that nervous. Well, when I told her this story, she couldn't remember being like as nervous as I remember. Her hands were literally shaking. And I think it's not something that either of us was expecting. I don't know. I guess I've never been married, so I guess it's probably all the emotions that are going through like her body and her mind at that time. Yeah, we quickly rushed to the church like we were late, but we wasn't late. We got there and there were a few minor hiccups, but it was a really beautiful ceremony. And this time I actually got to sign officially. I guess it's not something that was playing on my mind. I was just on the registry. I was just disappointed that, I don't know, I kind of felt like I let her down by not being as prepared as I should have, by at least having like my bank card with me or some sort of form of ID, so then like there wouldn't have been like that extra thought on her mind, because you know, it's difficult when you have an idea in your head of how things are going to go and then they go completely different. So I felt really guilty, because it was my responsibility to remember my own ID and I completely forgot it. So I was really happy to, you know, finally officially sign something to say that, you know, I'm always gonna be there and to help her or whatever, you know, which is something that I'm very honored to do. I'm very honored to be her maid of honor, you know. And the whole situation, the whole experience has been fantastic. I feel that it has brought us closer together, and I can't really like say anything bad about that day. The 25th was an amazing day. There was just so much love at the wedding, so many emotions, like so many like things like going on, that at times I was like, okay, what should I do? What should I be doing? And I just tried to help her as much as possible and help those around that needed, you know, help. There wasn't like loads to do, but it was definitely a lot busier than the registry wedding. And as I'm here right now, the whole reason why there isn't an actual vlog is because I was always like darting around, doing this, doing that, attending to this person, attending to that person, and I didn't have the time to, you know, point cameras in people's faces and my face and like really just be like, hey, I'm vlogging, yay. It was yay, and it was really fun, especially like at the reception when everybody got up, we were all dancing, everybody like danced really. I can't think of one guest that didn't dance, and if they didn't dance, I wouldn't know. Majority, if I wouldn't say at least everybody, you know, had a little boogie, and it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing wedding. I'm just like over the moon and so happy for her, and she just came back from her honeymoon. So hey Mariana Michael, I hope you two had a great time. I'm gonna leave it here. It was so many things happened that it's hard to boil it down to such a short video and for me to like waffle on about all the different things. Just the main point is that it was a beautiful day. I tried to do my duties as best to my ability. You know, if I was lacking in any way, like I can't change that now, but I did definitely try my best. I feel like regardless of your title, when you appreciate and love a person that means something in your life, you would go that extra mile anyways, you know, you would do everything, you know, to make sure their special day is as great as it can be. So I'm just happy, I'm really happy, and you know, congratulations again, and I keep saying it, yes I know, congratulations Mariana Michael, and I'm just sending my love to you both. So that's it, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe at the bottom. You can follow me on I think something fell. Follow me on Instagram, that should all be at the bottom. And yeah, so for more videos, you know what to do, and I will see you guys another time. Bye.